Has anyone here had cryotherapy? Any of you you're amateur boxers?
No, I haven't.
Mickey?
I've thought about it.
Yeah, same.
Do you actually go naked or do you wear boxers? That's my only curious.
Last week was my first experience. To share with you guys.
Let me ask you.
So you for sure went naked.
What is the main purpose of it?
Get your dick off it.
What's the main purpose of it?
Basically, it just heals your soreness,
down there,
joints, muscles,
everywhere.
Like, I don't know if you ever done an ice bath before.
Yeah.
It's like a way better way of doing an ice bath. It heals your body
without the
much
shock,
quicker.
the cold.
No, it's still
cold.
it's a
still
shock.
cold. Oh.
So that's the thing. So when you get into the chamber, it's like, you know, the movies where the guys or this random dudes out in the mountains and it's snowing.
Yeah.
And you just see snow and wind.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it looks like being in there. So you wear a mask. You're in your boxers. You're wearing gloves in your hands and socks and some like Croc shoes. And that's all you're wearing. And it's like 3 minutes. They ask you what song you want to hear. I couldn't think of a song. I'm like, this is embarrassing. I'm a DJ and I can't think of a song too.
I mean, but then, you know, that's always happened. What's your favorite, her favorite song?
I said, The Weeknd. Sure. Why not? So she doing whatever by the... No, it was like Starboy.
House of Balloons type
Starboy.
shit.
I would have went with that, but I couldn't think. Yeah, so it's just a shock to your body. It wakes you up. And all your sorenesses, aches, it helps with headaches. There's a number of things it can do for you. So yeah, that was a fun experience.
Recommend it?
Absolutely, yeah. And the place I went to, which isn't closer to you than it is to me, there's like 4 of these joints off Ventura Boulevard.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it seems like a Ventura Boulevard.
It's a Ventura thing, yeah.
Ventura runs
yeah,
long.
it was like
it's a white folks thing.
25 for your first session, and then after that, it's like 40 or 50. But then you can do the 3. You can do the membership thing, go 3 times a month, or some people go every day and they pay like $300. Which, you know, if that's what your body's asking for, then
yeah.
You say it's only like a 3-minute process, right? 5 minutes.
3 minutes, yeah. You can literally be in and out of that place in 10 minutes.
It's the athlete's tan. You know, like people go tanning.
Well, speaking of tanning, they have like a red light therapy, which scientifically, out of all the therapies you can do that's popular now, that's the one that is scientifically proven. Helps with skin, joint recovery, tissues. So maybe your Achilles.
Does it make you darker?
No, definitely not. But you lay in a bed like it's a tanning bed.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm actually
not the same effects.
I got an appointment for that if we can get out of this pod in time.
Oh shit!
Later on.
That's my fault.
And I can't push it back too.
Oh,
but we're here, man.
We are here.
Indeed. What episode is this?
What a time.
Episode 91, and it is 10 a.m. Over here on a Wednesday. So
what a time to be alive.
Yeah, man. And what a time to be alive in Vegas, right? If you were out in Vegas this past weekend, holy cow, or the weekend before.
Things are opening up.
Fast.
The people are outside.
Man.
And flights are up. I was just telling you, bro. Flights are up, man.
Are they?
Yo.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked. I ain't getting flew
I don't want to look.
Yeah. No.
It's not a good time to fly anybody out, huh?
The hell no.
It's not. And I just booked a flight for Sam and myself. So like,
what a great time to, I was going to say, what a great time to be in a relationship, but no, you're going to cover that flight too.
Right, exactly.
You got to bite that bullet.
We're going to stay local.
We're out.
Local, shorty.
But what did you guys see out in Vegas?
Nothing, because I didn't go. Because I was there. I'm saying,
yeah. On the Instagram.
It's funny because
you hear the
wifey studio, dance studio, they had a competition out in Vegas, and it was during Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, thank you.
And she was like, babe, I was thinking about going. I said, you going by yourself?
Yeah.
Right.
Because she was like, you don't want to go? And I was like, fuck no. Vegas just opened up Memorial Day weekend? No. Hell no. And she was like, oh, we can drive. I said, fuck no. What? And I told her about the story about Sean and I going that one time for Memorial Day weekend, and we thought leaving
a time without
me. No, I think we met with you out there, but you were there for like literally like a day or two, and then you bounced, and we stayed the rest of the weekend.
Okay.
And we thought we could be smart about it.
You guys got caught up.
Yeah, and leave Monday night, being like, oh, we'll wait it out Monday. We'll wait till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, and then leave. Bro, we didn't get home till like 3 a.m. Traffic was stupid.
You left at what time?
Like 9 o'clock at night.
And you got there at what time?
At like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yo, never again will I go to Vegas Memorial Day weekend. I don't give a fuck if I'm driving or flying. Never, no.
One of my friends went out there and you know he's on his he's balling out, he's wilding out. He's a very humble guy, successful, and so everything's on his close friends. And so I'm not gonna air out who it was, but he was like partying, having a great time. I'm like, oh damn, like with the boys. I'm like, look, everything's getting back to normal, right?
Yeah.
Then here comes I think it was Sunday, and he's like, shit, missed my flight.
Oh,
so I'm just following the journey.
Yeah.
So then he's like, there's no flights anywhere. Ontario, Burbank, LAX, Santa Ana, nothing.
Go to San Diego.
Like nothing.
Better book another room.
And then he goes, he's like, so, and then he ends up in the car with one of his friends.
Oh,
he goes, man, I hate to drive to Vegas. So he's in there, and then the next update is like, dead stop in the middle of the desert.
That 15 is brutal.
He got home. I think he left at like 11 a.m. in the morning.
On Sunday or Monday?
I think it was Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he got home at 1 a.m.
Oh my
that
God.
night.
That's an adventure.
And that's and that's exactly what happened to Wifey's studio director. She drove out there for their competition, and she did the same thing. She was like, oh, we're going to drive, blah, blah. I said, yo, she's insane. I should tell her she should try not to drive. And I'm like, no, it's fine. 8 hours, she said it took her to get back.
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
That's a work day.
I'm good. It takes less time to get to Arizona, bro. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. That's 6 hours. Easy.
Anybody going to Vegas anytime soon now?
No, not anytime soon.
Nah, not anytime soon.
Okay.
I mean, we've been flirting with the idea. We were actually thinking about actually going yesterday and Monday. Because we had a couple of days off. We were like, fuck it, let's go to Vegas. And now
do it on a couple off days.
Do it on some off days. That's the only time like it would be a spur of the moment on like beginning of the week type shit. But other than that, I don't really have no interest in going there at the moment.
Yeah, man. It looked great. Chris Lake and Marquis looked incredible. That's their guy, man. Every time he shows up, it's packed. Freaking, I haven't seen Wet Republic that packed in years. They had Cascade. I saw that shit.
Yeah,
God,
that shit looks crazy. That looks like when we used to go.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It was a reset.
And then what else was Dioro at Marquee? I mean, everything just looked really
Future
good.
At Dre's.
Future was at Dre's?
Yep. Oh,
this was the second weekend they opened up, right?
You know, when Mascot came on, it
oh
was
my God.
Energy. Yeah,
it was like graduation, throwing hats in the air, throwing masks in the air.
Well, nobody was with no mask in there. They should have handed him out for that. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, and big congrats to DJ Flight. He got a residency over at Zouk, and I feel it's important to shed light on this because he's one of us. Like, just a guy out here trying to make it happen, get the best bookings as possible for himself, feed his family, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, man.
And it's a big win to see one of us in a new venue, a new casino like that. I told him I'm coming out just to visit one of the, like, whenever I'm in Vegas again, I'll come out a couple days earlier to hang out and check it out. But yeah, if you guys are going to congratulate him, I don't think he's doing bookings. So do it just because you're a nice guy.
Do it because you mean it.
But no, super dope, super happy. I called him. I didn't even leave a comment. I saw that shit and I immediately called him. I said, yo, man, this is incredible. So big ups to him.
Yeah, man.
You know, let me ask you this question real quick. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
But like, if somebody, because I just had my birthday pass, right? And I was thinking about this. Is it less personable when someone, like, I don't know, says happy birthday on like a social media post, but they don't text you, or they text you and then they don't do it on social media posts? Is it less personal? Because I
have
like
this
what you said.
I have this conversation with myself every time I wish someone happy birthday on Facebook or Instagram. So here's what goes on in my head.
Go ahead.
If you're a close friend, I'm going to text you.
Fair.
Or I'm going to call you.
Sure.
Okay? If you're just someone I'm cool with in the industry, I leave it on the wall or I leave a comment like Cut Corners. Happy birthday, Cut Corners. Like, I'm cool with Cut Corners, but we don't talk like that. So I left it on, Marvel posted it. I left it on Marvel's post, said happy birthday, Cut Corners. But then I also feel I don't want to, but like a close friend.
Wait.
I don't
You
want
wish
to.
him happy birthday on somebody
Marvel.
else's post.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because some people like me,
I respect
some
it.
people like me don't post birthday pictures on their Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not going to go digging for it.
Yeah.
We're here. Marvel, I'm sure, appreciates the engagement and love. So that's what we're doing.
But I'm gonna put that at the bottom of the most engaging version of a happy birthday. But that's fair. I get it.
So then there's also like some people I know who are just going to get flooded with texts and calls. I'll just like, you know what? Let me leave it on the wall. They know how much I love them. I do want to do a better job of like posting a picture of someone or posting one of their posts and just reposting on the story saying happy birthday to this guy.
Oh yeah, that's
like I think that's a nice gesture. But
yeah, I do that for close friends.
yeah.
Okay.
Like I'll post on social media on the story, yo, happy. Like I won't. For example, I don't think I texted you happy birthday, but I posted happy birthday.
Yeah.
So it's like they know that if I'm posting it, then you know you're a close friend. Other than that, you get the ID.
Yeah, and it just needs to be a story. You don't need to be on the feed. 24
on
hours.
the story, 24 hours.
Happy birthday,
what you call it,
love.
and then inside of there. Everybody else
I'll be
gets the IG
deleting after
thing.
12 hours. Trying to keep my engagement up.
Might delete later. I'm gonna start putting that shit on it.
Mike don't repost shit. So if he leaves it up for 12 hours,
That's if that.
Oh man.
So wait, tell me about that, Mike. If you like, how does that affect your engagement if you leave it up for more than 12 hours?
Oh, there's like a 30% decrease when you repost somebody else's shit. That's not like a statistic, but like I constantly recognize it. Like if I just throwing out numbers out there, like if I'm reposting anything we do with the pod, like you won't see more than like 700, 800 views.
Oh, because you check the impressions.
Maybe 900 views. Yeah. I watch the views. And then if I do like, you know how there's definitely some posts I really don't want to do, but it's just like this person like showing love.
Someone's
like,
gonna get hurt.
Yeah. You know, like you don't want to hurt them. So then that'll be like, you know, because when I do a post, I'm like trying to be aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I'll repost some stuff that's not aesthetically pleasing and it'll get like 500. And then like that's where like the end of my stories will be at like 500. And then when I kind of just do my own thing, like, and don't repost, like I'm somewhere between 2,000 to 3,000. Like, so it's like, it's like a filter because people then are like, like this feels promotional, I'm out. You know?
Yeah.
So that's my mindset on that sometimes.
Yeah. No, I get it. And it's, fuck man, I hate Instagram. you want to show love to people and you get taxed for showing love and that's why I say it's us versus Instagram, not us versus each other as DJs. But back to showing love to our to what we saw on Instagram.
Right.
The Grand had a big opening weekend to follow up their big opening weekend at Shrine. Who'd they have? They had I can't think of who
Shrine?
they had. No, the Grand.
No, Grand. They had Jack Harlow.
Yeah, they had Jack Harlow.
Which was dope. I'm seeing you.
What's popping?
Yeah, I should have pulled the flag. But they had Aoki. That's right, on a Sunday. And then to follow up this weekend, which is when you hear this last weekend, they got Fisher, Pauly D, and 50 Cent at Memoir, Dylan Francis, or something like that.
Damn, they opened up a Shrine with 50 Cent too, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they like him, huh?
Oh yeah, and it's an easy drive for 50.
Yeah, he lives in Connecticut, doesn't he? Or he has a house in Connecticut?
Yeah,
I think
I don't know if he still lives there, but yeah, he bought Tyson's old house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's great to see the clubs filled up like that and the love and people just out. I have a grand date in July that I'm not allowed to announce just yet. Oh yeah, but
Mickey what?
So maybe next pod I'll be able to share that because they haven't even shared the rest of June's schedule.
Oh, dope.
And which brings us up to Jersey.
Yeah.
We really got to give a lot of love to, we always do, but Jason Weiss and Zach Montone, Double Down Crew. And I want to give extra love to them because I was talking to these guys what felt like every week last summer, and they were telling me what they were going through to keep the wood open in a parking lot and still follow CDC guidelines. And I know they went through hell. Like nobody would want to go through the shit that they went through. And in some cases, literally shit they went through. I'll let them tell their story when it's right. But I got to give it's one of those things where you put the work into it and you reap the benefits later on. And if you see every post, Jason Weiss always has a big grin on his face. This is why.
Always.
This is why, because the shit he put into last summer. And now every time there's a video of the wood, it's packed. It looks good. They got Kirill, which isn't an easy booking to get. They got him coming out in July. So they're putting in work over there. They're using their connections. And I'm actually out there this week. This pod airing. Doing the wood on the 19th and Kiss Kiss in the Tropicana on Thursday.
Nice.
So yeah, if you're around, pull up.
There we go.
Jersey.
Yeah, then Dare in Florida real quick. That looked good. Shit, they had Tory Lanez one night. They had Nicky Jam another night. Packed out. And Rell.
The country is open.
Open, man. People are ready to party.
Open, man.
We're waiting on our turn.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, Rell got the head start out in LA. What's the experience been like, Rell?
I'm getting it. I'm gonna say this. I'm getting it out of my system this summer because fall, winter, I'm shutting it down.
Yeah.
I ain't coming out the house unless I'm getting paid to come out the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, LA is open. You know, we are not fully open, but you could have fucking fooled me.
That's when I was in Florida.
Yeah, for real.
Texas?
It's good, man. Like, obviously, there's pros and cons to it. Just like any other city, state that are experiencing it. Pros are, it's great to see fellow DJs out there working and excited and happy and back to.
I forget you guys aren't vaccinated, so it's a slightly different mindset,
huh? So So I mean, like that's the good thing to see everybody excited to be back outside and working and you know, whether they're bookers or DJs or whoever, like just excited about getting nights going and day parties going and stuff like that. The cons, we seen it. We seen the Instagram. Yeah. Like, these wild animals that have been locked up for a year, they out.
See, if we say that, they're gonna call us racist.
Yeah, hey, listen,
yo,
you stupid.
That is a wild
sentence. You know what? Because I'm thinking of what happened at the W.
Yo, and the crazy thing about
that's definitely what he means.
Yeah, that's definitely
you're right.
That's definitely what I meant. And I mean, not just there.
Look at the white man.
I've definitely seen shit go down. Like just walking into spots, not even spots that I've spun at, but spots that I'm just going to go support some friends at. And it's literally outside in the spot, whatever. And I'm like, but it's insane. It's insane right now.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Like that, in my opinion, I could be wrong here, but if they hadn't booked Justin LeBoy to host that party, I don't think, number one, I don't think they needed it. Unless, they really felt they needed it. I'm not a promoter. But I really felt it was the crowd he attracts.
More than
it was the promoters. Because what I hate to see is...
I agree with you.
Because I fuck with the promoters. They're good people. I know their parties. They throw good parties. And I would hate to see that. Because what I also saw on social media, obviously.
Hold on. For people that don't know, there was a party at the W. And it was a whole party in Hollywood. And the old Dre's. And basically what we're talking about is people getting knocked out into the pool.
Man, multiple fights
coming out and then getting knocked out back into the pool. Go on.
Go on. Well,
with Closet Azul.
There's a Closet Azul bottle used as a weapon.
Deadly weapon.
Yeah. So there's a fire pit in between them and the pool. Like things got really dangerous. And whatever, like egos might have been hurt and that's where things took it to another level. But I think people are aggravated. They're spending a lot of money. They've been waiting probably a long time. They probably paid a $7 to $10K min for a cabana.
They forgot how to act,
and they haven't been outside. Most importantly,
outside,
I think So it's the first time they actually get to,
Yeah, listen, DJs. People are going to talk to you reckless, and more so now than in the past. Have the mindset that okay, I get it. Like you forgot how to be civil out in public. It's been some time, so give them.
Wait, do we know the reason for it?
Of the fights?
Yeah.
No, I have no idea. I have no idea. No clue. I'm just again. I'm saying this as my personal experience of me DJing and interacting with people who just whether it's request or telling me that I'm dope or telling me that I suck or whatever.
Yeah. Shout out to
I know myself and I know that I have a very short fuse at time. And I'm like, listen, I will beat your ass.
Well, especially now you know how to box.
But that's the dope thing about
you're
it.
a walking weapon.
Now I'm more disciplined than I was before. Like before, I'd be ready to like, yo, I'll turn the fucking music off and we get shit popping. But now I'm like, it's not even worth my time, man.
Well, yeah, because you know how to counter. you know
you
got to counter.
Exactly.
You know how to emotionally counter.
But I say all that because again, we just have to as DJs, we got to understand like, yo, people been locked up. They're not going to know how to act like they're out there. And then you just like, all right, cool. You know what? It's just, but there's a time and place to be like, yo, you put them in their place. Yo, you're not going to talk to me like that. Yeah. There's a way to come in. But let's be patient with people. That's all I'm saying. DJs, let's be patient with one another. Let's be patient with people. We've been locked up. Some of us had some mental issues during this whole thing. So let's be very understanding of that when we get out, when we getting outside and doing these gigs. But for the most part, man, LA is pretty much open. It's been great. I've been having fun. I've been supporting a lot of the DJs. I've been working myself, and a lot of DJs been coming out. I got some dope shit coming up. Mm-hmm. San Diego, I'm doing Poppies. I'm doing LA Function. What else? I got a couple of stuff.
When you doing Poppies?
Towards the end of the month, I believe.
Who's that with?
Me and Night Train.
Fire.
Yeah.
Night Train a resident there now?
Nah.
He's just the guy right now.
Yeah.
He's the guy. He's in high demand.
Couple of little spots here and there, stuff like that. Anybody that knows me, I have my residency that I used to do at the Room called Cherry Poppin'. That's back next. We're back next week with that.
Hey.
So yeah, man. Like I said, everything is opening. LA has been dope. The vibe is musically, it's been a little bit more on like the chill and being able to vibe out a little bit more.
Yeah.
So much, then it's just all right. We turning up. I'm like, oh, I can fuck with this. I can fuck with this. Like, it's cool. Now we can vibe out. But then obviously you got to turn up at some point because people are like, yo, we outside. We ready to go crazy. All right, let's go crazy. But it's been good, man. It's good. We'll see. Now that LA's open up, I'm trying to like, all right, cool. Let's go back to the East Coast, see what that's like. Go to San Diego, go up to the Bay and see what things are like out there and try to get out.
Have you guys been turning bookings down?
I have.
Rate?
Huh?
Rate,
yeah. Right. I'm again, like we talk about it. I was like, I'm not doing it. Like if it don't make sense, for what? I'm not gonna catch the COVID for $300. Fuck out of here, like shit.
Yeah, I've turned out
turning down bookings.
No, I turned out so many because it's starting to happen now. Like now it's like, oh yeah, and like I get the respectful like, oh yeah, you're still an option, and like I'm just like, yeah, but like what's it looking like? And I'm like, nah, like
yeah, I got asked to DJ, and I said no, I'm not available on that day. They said, well, do you still want to DJ here? And I said, yeah, I would love to DJ there. It's just this is my rate. I mean, I'm not available on that day, but I'm available any day after that, but this is my rate. Like, all right, well, we're not paying that yet. Like, okay, cool. Let me know what's ready. Like, I ain't gonna chase you guys.
Is this a place you used to DJ at?
Yeah.
Far away?
A
drive away?
A drive away. And I said, I need this in a room. Like, I know what you were paying other dudes, that are same tier as me. So we're not going to do that.
So petty, Joe.
Yeah.
That's
good though, because even if, regardless of what I know, what my friends are getting, this is what it is.
Yeah.
The rate is a rate, and I'm not leaving my house unless it's this.
I had that same conversation with Sprite at your wedding. Like me and him were talking about the rates, and I was just like, yo, because he was telling me, yo, I'm booked. And I said, dope. He was like, but one thing I remember, I had a conversation with you guys on the show about his rate, and he said he originally felt like he doesn't think that bookers were going to shorten up the rate that he thought, like, you know, they'll come correct with the rate because they know what the guys are. But he was like, nah, I definitely got hit with the, you know, this is what we're working with.
Yeah.
He was like, nah. He's like, okay, I understand that. So when you're ready, then you can come book me. Until then, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, man, you got to respect that. And I'm like, that's dope, man. You know,
Yeah.
balls in our court.
I can't even lie. Like, rate hasn't really been an issue. Like, well, I mean, it has been, but it like, this is how I could say it. I have friends who control bookings, and they've shown, because they understand where my position is. Right? Yeah. Obviously, different situation where like it's not my livelihood at stake if I don't take a gig or not. But so I respect anybody else who handles it differently. Mm. But but I got hit, and I remember what the rate of these venues or these promoters used to be pre-COVID. Mm-hmm. And then now post-COVID, it's like the highest numbers I've ever heard them throw out there. Mm-hmm. When discussing like potentially working with them.
Oh, nice.
Or they'll say, I'm getting hit up by everybody to book DJs, but I really like you. Like, do you want to come in? And then I'll be like, yeah, I'll get back to you. And I'm just fucking never hit the back. And I'm like, yo, my bad. Like, you know, but it's like, I'm not there. I'm not even showing up to the podcast on time.
Yeah, listen.
So like,
again, we're not turning down gigs because we're bougie or we think that, you know, we're better. It's just, again, we know our worth.
Brand.
Yeah, it's the brand. We know our worth, and I think every DJ should take that approach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're probably not going to get another chance like this to do a hard reset on your brand, unless something just pops off and you're up. But yeah, did you talk to your friend about talking about this? We're good?
Yeah. Well, should we? Oh, yeah. We can we name her? Yeah.
Yeah, she put it all over.
I called her last night.
Media. Yeah.
Yeah. So
all right. Good. So for those
love you, Bella.
For those that follow Bella Fiasco, shout out to her. Her laptop was stolen, right? Along with her
whole DJ bag.
DJ bag. Yeah.
DJ bag along with her backups.
Worst case scenario.
Man.
Yeah, and she got a new laptop. It was gifted a new laptop, right?
I believe, her supporters of her stream and just general,
close friends and stuff
close
like that.
friends
and I think
got together and helped her out.
Like,
and she got the music from the DJs.
I'm sure there was plenty of DJs. The community is strong.
The community stepped up for her, definitely.
Shout out to the community there.
Yeah. Anybody that lends a helping hand like that, you gotta give love to them. Crooked gave his backup laptop to Jessica Who long time ago, and she didn't ask for it. I think her laptop got stolen as well, and I thought that was really dope. But so you gotta, we're a tight community, and if we can help each other out, we will. Unless the track is called Turbulence and it just came out and you're not allowed to pass it out to anybody.
Let's talk about that, Joe. Let's talk about that, Joe. Let's talk about that, Joe. This is the time. How many years later?
How many pods later?
91, apparently.
91, yeah. So, we'll
circle back to that in a second.
Yeah. So, in good practice, what do you guys do when do you back up your laptop? When's a good indicator? Do you set a reminder? Is it like, what's your guys' process?
Well, let me get this one off real quick because I told Bella I would joke about it, and I would sneak diss her for keeping her spare keys in the car. Like for having
gotta take responsibility.
The backup inside of her backpack. But then, she and I had a short discussion with a catch up, and then she explained, that the reason why she had it in her habit to have her backup or a hard drive, I should say. So maybe it was a backup, but it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't with the intent of being a backup, because it's just a backup for Vegas day gigs, Palm Springs day gigs, when the laptop can't handle what's going on, and she could plug her hard drive into like the whoever's working their laptop, or maybe into the CDJs, so it was that kind of a backup more than like a full-on backup.
Gotcha.
And so, I told her the joke. I was like, hey, look, heads up, we're going to talk about you on the pod. I just want to make sure it's all good. She was down with it. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, I think it was just important. I when I talked to her and when we discussed it, like, maybe it's a good time after COVID. We got a little comfortable, right? Like all the hard drives are at home.
Leaving the house.
Nobody's leaving the house, right? Your USB's plugged into your laptop all day.
You can still have your house broken into, though.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, that's a great scenario. Yeah. So, but it's just good to like freshen up on some of the habits that maybe we haven't been forced to practice in a while. And to me, specifically, even though I don't stay up to date daily or work, I definitely don't work on DJ things daily, but like I have zero backup. I mean, I have like the original copy of all my music in some hard drives. So like if I were to lose something or if it were to crash, like I'm not, gonna come back with my pants down or anything like that. But I definitely haven't dragged over any files in a while. So, or have what do they call it? Like a cloud time machine?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
People use it, yeah.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, I just felt like we should have a open discussion what our habits are. I just admitted that I have no habits. And so I'm going to change that soon. I have enough hard drives for that one.
What's a good time to back up is when someone posts a story about having their shit stolen or crashing or whatever. That's when it's like, oh, let me go check my shit because it could happen to you. But no, the time machine, it pops up every 10 days. That moment is as good a time as any.
Do you use time machine?
Yeah. I still use time machine. I do the offline thing on Dropbox. That's something that's a little bit tougher to back up because that's like sitting there and dragging over each folder. I tried dragging over like a big folder, like the whole library, and it just either it took forever or it was just skipping out.
It's tough.
Like that's like, so I don't know, when you like the perfect time I think is when you're watching a ball game or when you're watching your shows on Netflix or whatever. It's like, this is your job. This is your livelihood. This pays the bills. Why would you not want to protect this and have this backed up?
Sure, insurance people.
And have multiple backups, just like not only on a time machine, but on the cloud or just anywhere else.
And one in the safe.
You gotta make it, I think, making it a part of the job. Or right, I think the best one is right before you DJ. Every weekend, if you're DJing that Thursday night, right before you leave on Friday.
Or when you go to sleep.
And or while you're sleeping, since some of you haven't backed it up, let it run for 8-10 hours and wake up and you're good to go.
Yeah. I don't know if this is the case still, but like, damn, I sound old. Like, but back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I mean, this is a while ago, so I'm sure technology has advanced since then, but like they had wireless Wi-Fi hard drives where like your time machine, as soon as you plug into your Wi-Fi, is automatically just keeping and storing a backup of your laptop. So, I mean, that requires nothing. Like that just requires you being logged into your Wi-Fi, which is probably happening every day.
Yeah.
And just making sure that, things are current. So, definitely, fine practices.
Yeah, I personally I have two hard drives. One that I carry with me, one that I leave at home. And I try to update the one that I carry with me like every 2 weeks.
Yep.
And then the one that I leave at home probably like once a month. And I use a software called Super Duper, and it's basically a clone of my laptop. So it's obviously the one that I carry with me is just in case anything, knock on wood, anything with my laptop happens on the spot.
Yep.
So it's like, oh shit, like screen's fucked up or whatever. And if I'm with another DJ, I can use their laptop and then it'll just pop up. It will pop up as my laptop with my hard drive. And then I have the same one I do the same thing. I clone it the same way with my hard drive at home. So if I'm ever in a scenario like a Bella where my shit gets stolen or I lose it or damaged or whatever, and I have to purchase a new one, I just clone it from my hard drive onto the new laptop, and you know what I mean? Like I have everything ready to go as if I haven't skipped a beat. So, I mean, that's basically what I've been doing for the last couple of years. I got put onto that by my guy, Cleveland Terry. Shout out to him. He showed me how to do that, and it's been a fucking lifesaver. Every time I get a new laptop to transfer over, it's cake. I mean, again, it's still gonna take hours to get it over, but like I said, like you guys said, just overnight, just boom, hit click, and then It's a great break program. It's about $30. Excuse me. And it does a smart backup, so it doesn't remove or copy anything that you already have on there. So anything new that it's on your laptop that's not already on your hard drive, it'll just copy that over, and it works wonders. So obviously the very first time is going to be 6-7 hours, but after that it may take like an hour depending on how much new shit you have on there. And then from there, it's been great, and I'll test my hard drives every so often. Like I'll boot them up as that just to make sure that everything is working properly and it's still going. Like I'll try to do that like once a month just to make sure that it's going. But other than that, trust me, I've seen shit happen. Shit happens to me. I've seen shit happen to other DJs so much that I'm like, I'm not taking that risk. I was like, man, it's like you said, that's our fucking lives. If I lose this shit, I can only imagine what Bella was going through when that shit happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
No, man. You didn't have to imagine. She expressed it.
Yeah, I get it.
She painted the picture.
And I'm sure that it's a lot more than what she expressed or what she put out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that shit fucked her up, and I'm sure she probably had to turn down gigs or like whatever she probably had to do that, you know what I mean, that she didn't want to do or didn't plan to do. So shout out to Bella. Shout out to the DJ community for, stepping up and helping out a fellow DJ in need. So, I'm sure she's back online now, right? Like,
she should have collected all them libraries and slanged them. That would have covered it.
One more thing before we get off this topic. I assume we all have go-to crates. Like you have your crates where you store the genres of music that you just downloaded. And then you have your go-to crates where there are go-tos in the club. I think a good practice is putting those go-to crates on thumb drives. So obviously thumb drive doesn't take much room to carry that with you. So worst case, you at least have your go-to. If you don't have time to upload or you don't have the space to upload all your crates onto a thumb drive and you don't want to carry around external drive, then put it all on a thumb drive. And then, because I think most of us use CDJs or are capable of using CDJs. Yeah. So boom, load that up, put it on the record box, load it up, and you'll be good to go.
I'm trying to tell you, man, thumb drive shit is a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Especially when you got the pre-mixes on there and shit like that. My laptop overheated and it cut off, but because I was on the hard drive, because I had my thumb drive in, I threw the mix on. As soon as it's like, I was like, oh shit, boom, to do the mix on, and they were like, music was out for like a couple of seconds, changed it, boom. And I'm like,
you said lights out.
Yeah, right. And it was like, yeah, it's a 10-minute, it's a 10, 12 minute.
Is your emergency mix starting off with like Lil Jon saying, wait, hold up.
No, but that's smart.
Stop the fucking music, stop the fucking, like, right?
I'm gonna make one like that. I
feel like as far as we're like the hold up.
Yeah. What's his name?
The house song.
The house song.
Yeah.
That one I was thinking of DJ Cool. Hold up, stop them.
Oh,
something like that.
Yeah,
he says something like
one more tone down. One more tone.
Yeah, one more tone. Hold up.
Lil Jon's up there.
Yeah. You have options.
Yeah, right.
Mickey, when was the last time you called someone a legend, and did you mean it?
Shit, it might have been you.
All right, that's true. Rell.
He doesn't want me to answer the second part, huh?
he said that in his speech, his best man speech.
When was the last time you called someone a GOAT and meant it? Is that something you?
I don't think those are my vocabulary on a daily moment. You know, like I might have called Allen Iverson the GOAT the other day.
Shit, I called Mickey the GOAT when he gave us the link.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
when he sent us the link. I said that nigga's the GOAT. Shit.
But that was the greatest of all today. Yeah. that day, I was the greatest of that day. Fear of God shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You go.
Don't. Yeah.
Exactly.
Keep him on flowers.
Mickey's out here.
Yeah. Motherfucking GOAT. Shit.
Do not hit me for no fucking Fear of God link.
Oh, like, man.
Funny thing is, none of us can afford the expensive shit. Yeah, we just want the essentials.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't buying the other shit either.
Yeah, fuck no. Hell no.
Yeah, so I put on Twitter, I think we throw around legend and GOAT too loosely, and it's out of control. And, what's next to go? And I threw out icon. Like, you don't hear icon often. Shout out to the DJ icons of the world. But
King is another one we use a lot.
King, but I think that's a substitution.
Okay.
For the most part, which is fine. But
We need
like
to substitute. He might not.
how often, like, it's just when you're calling someone a legend, are they really a legend? Is someone really a GOAT? Like, how bad do you want this booking? How bad do you want someone's attention?
You stupid.
Oh my God.
How bad do you want this, the connection, the sale of like whatever it is you're trying to get from someone? Is it worth you calling someone a legend? Because now I don't know if I can like trust what comes out of your mouth anymore if you're just throwing around. Why can't we just say he's great?
I mean, it just
did a great
depends
job.
on what your meaning of
extraordinary.
What your meaning of legend or legendary or GOAT is. You know what I'm saying? I get GOAT stands for greatest of all time, but like you said, we throw it around.
But I get it in a joking
Greatest
manner.
of all today. Like when
Throw
you
it
said,
around like we own a farm.
yeah.
like Mickey sending out a link calling him a GOAT. That's funny. That works, right? Calling Allen Iverson, there's truth to that. So he's the answer. Maybe the answer is the next one to go. Just start calling people the answer.
You're the answer. Hey, let's start doing this.
Yeah. No,
And
he's a
people that
real
we don't
answer.
like,
the
we're gonna
answer.
call
He's
them
a
the
real
question.
answer.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, but
Well, because define like what makes you a legend?
yeah, I guess that's based on
You're gonna look up the dictionary
Hell
first.
yeah.
Webster have to say about it first.
Exactly. I think the criteria has changed. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you wouldn't. If we're talking in the music industry, you'd use someone like a Rakim or a LL Cool J as a legend or a GOAT. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those guys were the first to do certain things that haven't been done before. But who's doing that these days? You know what I'm saying?
Well, think about something closer to our generation, like Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
If first album, people start calling him a living legend. Like, is that fair or is that shooting too far?
Calling him a legend?
Calling him a living legend or a young legend. Let's say young legend.
So for direct definitions, I feel like these are two are the ones that apply. There's the first one, which is a legend is a very old and popular story that may be true.
That may be true.
Right. So
it's not even a
it's
noun.
a story, right?
It's
And then the
an
noun,
individual. Okay.
there's two noun, a countable noun. If you refer to someone as a legend, you mean that they are famous and admired by a lot of people. That doesn't take a lot to get there.
It doesn't.
No, that's true.
And third, the variable noun is a legend is a story that people talk about concerning people, places, or events that exist or are famous at the present time.
Okay, I get with that, because if we're talking about someone, a story of someone doing X, Y, and Z in Vegas, like, there's just that guy that's known for popping shit off in Vegas. Like, that dude's a legend.
Yeah.
Running through
It's
three
a
girls
story.
at the
So
same
technically,
night.
we're not using the word legend loosely.
Right,
So, you know what I mean? They're using it in its proper form.
right. What
GOAT,
about
on the other
GOAT?
hand, then
Hey, hot take. We're legends in this DJ shit
Hey,
for the MikiDZ show.
talk to him.
Damn
Come on,
right.
man.
God damn it.
Sprinkle the flowers, man.
Yeah. And it's not a legend because it's on proof. We have video.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
So
Shout out to
Hey,
us.
man.
shout out to us. That's fucking right.
Fucking legends, bro.
Yeah. So
Now I'm definitely
All right, so
gonna
legends is
Now
all
I'm
right.
Legends
overusing
gets a
that shit now.
okay.
But it still definitely gets thrown loosely.
Loosely, yeah.
Like
yeah.
somebody who still lives at home with their parents has definitely been called a legend.
Well,
Yeah. Shit, I used to call Joe a legend. He was still living at home with his parents.
You still can be. Yeah.
taking girls down on the single bed.
Yo, a legend.
You're a legend.
With Transformer sheets, bro. Fucking legend, my nigga. Yo. Oh my God. Bro.
You know what I immediately thought of outside of myself was Wedding Crashers, the Will Ferrell character.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Legend, right?
Legend.
All they did was talk about how great he was because he created the whole wedding crashing diagram, and he's still living with his mom,
No, he's a legend.
taking girls back.
There's still a way to be a legend.
I mean, we're not using it. It's just,
Doesn't
But see, I think where my hang up is, and this is probably something I have to get better at with myself, is like, why are you calling him, like, your intentions of calling him a legend?
Yeah, now that's something
Let's
different.
say he's
Yeah.
not a legend. The
Yeah.
dude just because they're DJs, he just does bookings.
That's because you're doing something you're only saying
Grab
it
his attention.
Yeah, to get his attention so it benefits you. So your intentions of of saying it is not to actually call this person a legend, or you mean that this person is a legend. You're just doing it to get something from it.
Hey, sometimes the booker is a hot girl at the party that you don't want to give attention to, because if you give her too much attention, she's not going to.
She's gonna think you're trying to hit on her. And
yeah, she's gonna think you what they're trying to get with her for the wrong reason. It's not organic.
That's a tough situation right there.
Yeah, trying to get the hot girl to get your attention. See,
no, I'm talking about if a hot woman being a booker and being able.
That's adding on. To
just trying to tell the difference of like, yo, I'm trying to get a booking. I'm not hitting on you.
I know one thing.
You get what I'm saying? Like
when the hot booker likes you, I ain't like, hey, keep bringing me back. Yeah,
slut.
You know,
call him the escort for
I'll be
nothing.
honest with you. I don't think I've hooked up with a girl to get bookings, or that I was aware of. I've had at all that I'm aware of.
How you think I got booked in Boston?
Oh my God!
Right. Yeah, no, get that money. Get that money, King.
We are here.
Get that money, legend.
He's a legend.
Right?
For real quick, for the sake of the conversation, icon is if you describe something or someone as an icon, you mean that they are important as a symbol of a particular thing.
Like Prince.
Right.
Right. So
Icon.
the icon can't be thrown around loosely.
Fuck no.
No, because they represent a certain thing.
Yeah.
People are gonna start referring to themselves as a god.
Well,
I mean,
technically, we're
Kanye.
all gods in our own right, according to the Bible. Kanye broke it down. He broke it down during one of his rollouts.
You're in the presence of a king. Scratch that. You're in the presence of a god.
Right.
Yeah.
Jay said it.
Yeah.
What's a god to a non-believer?
Talk to him.
No church in the wild. Sometimes I hear that song and I break it down. I'm like, fuck, man, these lyrics are great. This is poetic. Like
Kanye, iconic.
Bro, watch the throne.
Man.
I don't even know who wrote that though. It could have been The Dream. I don't know if Kanye wrote that part, but shit like that. I was listening to the Doves Cry. Have you ever broken down the lyrics of Doves Cry? To Doves Cry? That is some metaphorical. That'll take you on a journey, dude. That song.
I feel like there is no word to describe the Prince's.
Happy birthday, Prince.
Yeah.
And,
there's no word in the
dictionary
at all.
Webster.
At all to describe. I think a small group of people, and you can put your Princes in there, your Michael Jacksons, your Michael Jordans, your Allen Iversons, like what they did for not only their industry but just their community. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows that Prince was a huge activist and how he operated and moved and shit like that. There's no words. Like you can use legend, icon, GOAT, all et cetera, but that still that's underplaying it. You know what I'm saying? So we could be GOATs and legends
at some point.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Of our communities.
Yeah, exactly.
Since we're talking about Prince, have you ever heard the story of him touring with Rick James?
Yes.
Have you heard it, Mike?
Please tell me.
That's why I said yes, Mike. So you didn't have to tell us.
We got a pot to fill.
We got a few minutes left. No, so and there's videos I watched. I got tipped off with this. Red Foo's mom, who did one of Rick James' most popular music videos, worked close with Rick James and also dated Rick James. And for those who don't know, that's where this came from, Rick James. Party rock symbol. She posted a flyer of one of Rick James' tour, like something fired up tour. And I did it. She sent an email. I was let me check this out. Did a deep dive. Did a little more research and found out Prince was the opening act. He was opening for Rolling Stones, and I think he got booed off stage opening for Rolling Stones. This is obviously before Purple Rain and all that.
Yeah.
And so Rick James picked him up. Rick James. It wasn't like anybody else. It was Rick James. And long story short, they basically competed against one another, and Rick James was the headliner, Prince being the opener. Rick James, and there's a funny, you can look, there's videos out, like cartoon images, videos of this. Rick James is off to the side while Prince is putting on a show, and he's just like pissed off, and he's just like, man, this guy's outdoing me, you know? And then, you know, Rick James would have to step his game up. They made each other better. And I can only imagine what it's like going to see. I kind of can, because I saw Kendrick open for Kanye on the Yeezus tour. And so can you imagine going to see Rick James and there's this guy named Prince who's bubbling up, opening for him, and probably about to put on a show you've never seen in your life.
Yeah.
And then you're about to see Rick James, and the egos between the two. Because, you know, there's stories, backstage stories of Rick James calling him a little sissy and a little girl and all that. And Prince, like, knowing he's the dude, knowing he's a god and a GOAT in the making, and being disrespected by another GOAT.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Dave did the behind the stories, but on them two.
Yeah.
On his show. Like, he didn't do anybody else. He didn't do no other artists. And you know what I'm saying, besides those two, but
yeah, and then you have like the Jimmy Jams and everybody that was involved in the thick of all that, telling their story, telling what they saw. Morris Day, and then Morris Day touring with Prince and filming Purple Rain. You guys got to look that shit. That's funny. Yeah. So yeah, and then happy birthday to Kanye too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay. I didn't realize both the people that I looked up to, in a sense, were Geminis, like myself.
Yeah.
Bunch of crazy motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your monthly reminder from Mickey that he is a Gemini like Kanye.
Subtle, right? Little subtle.
I woke up feeling a little Gemini, extra Gemini this morning.
Today.
Oh, it's Kanye's birthday and Prince.
Oh God, it's
all the stars are aligned.
Iverson too, right?
Yeah.
And Iverson.
Yeah,
Look at that.
It was Iverson, and then Kanye's was yesterday, right? I think.
Yesterday, yeah.
And then Allen's was
like a week ago.
You know what they all share? That all three of them are they push against the brain. They push against the grain. Like they push the envelope, they go against the grain. They're rebellious. That's the word. They're rebellious. All three of them.
True. Very true.
Mm-hmm. Have you feel like you've had your rebellious stage yet? Maybe with your parents. Maybe with the DJ game.
They want you to go this direction, and you say, "No, I'm gonna go this direction."
I think I have in some parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of a GOAT,
Floyd Mayweather getting that money. Did you guys watch the fight?
Floyd Money Mayweather. Of course, I watched the fight. Bro.
Did you pay for it?
Yeah. No. Did we pay for it?
No,
I didn't. I didn't pay for it, but I saw it. Yeah. It was entertaining. I took it for what it was. I didn't think I was gonna actually watch a good fucking boxing match. Are you crazy? It was entertaining. Everybody bitching and complaining about it. Listen, man, don't watch this shit. Mayweather had the best post fight conference ever to explain why he did this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, because everyone was getting him shit like, yo, why do you do this shit? This is pointless. This is gonna fuck your legacy up, blah, blah, blah. This nigga said, I can't eat legacy. Legacy don't feed my kids.
Yeah.
What?
Legacy's more for you than it is for him.
Exactly. Listen, I don't give a shit. He said, listen, when it comes to legalized bank robbery, I'm the best at it. I'm like, man, yo, you can't blame this man, yo. He went out there, he got his bag, he put on a show. It was entertaining as fuck. I was laughing my ass off the entire time. You telling me there's no different from me paying $30 to go to a comedy show?
It's true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So you can say that it's fucking up the sport of boxing. Listen, the sport of boxing been fucked up for some time now.
Floyd was the sport for a while. You know what I mean? Like he'll determine what to do with it, and at the end of the day, man, like there's a lot of people that went to Miami for this. There's a lot of people that were in that stadium,
and not just crypto nerds.
There's a lot of people who paid to watch it. That was not I. But, you know, it served its purpose.
Exactly.
And I gotta give, I know that our fight chat, if they ever were to hear this, they'll give me a bunch of shit because some of them are purist in the sense. But like, I've always said it in there, like these Paul brothers, like as much as they're cringy, as much as they're like assholes in their own ways. Although I really do feel like Logan is not an asshole as much as his younger brother. Jake seems like a piece of shit, and I think I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He's just always in character, but
I feel like he does that for the attention.
But Logan definitely, he really was in character, dickhead guy, and even said in his post, fight interview, he's like, "Look, man, I hate being a dickhead, but you're the greatest boxer of all time, and I just got to share the stage with you. Like that's a dream come true, and I gotta respect him for that because he got paid.
Yeah, he got what, 10 million?
I think he got 10 M's forced to fucking box with the greatest boxer of all time.
Yeah,
like fam, how you
can't hate on it.
Huh?
You can't. You cannot.
No.
Like you can't say anything about it. Like
he probably wore the most valuable chain ever worn into a boxing match ever. Oh my God.
What a fucking Pokemon card. But it was amazing.
Yeah. It's great. It's fucking great.
Yeah. Get your money. However, fuck art. Get your money.
Yeah. Shout out to Floyd
Mayweather. Fuck legacy.
Floyd Money Mayweather. Listen.
And shout out to Group Chat Pod. If you guys don't listen to them, they're a great podcast. Listen about pop culture and everything else. Yeah. But they actually had a really great pre-fight discussion where it's just like, look, the reality is like when you went to school, right? Like where was all the attention at? Like fights.
Yeah.
Like if you saw a fight, a lot of attention was there.
Yeah.
Like you could see one of the best athletes throwing down dunks, but if you saw two scrubs swinging at each other, you kind of want to see who landed.
Yeah, exactly.
Who landed one, you know what I mean?
Hey, yo, them crackheads is fighting in the back.
Right. So like we just naturally are prone to go look at that. So it only makes sense. And I mean, this is something that's going to keep going, and people are going to be pissed.
It's not going to change, man.
Get used to it.
Stop bitching and complaining about it. Just change the channel.
Yeah.
The same people that act like gatekeepers for the sport of boxing or just any sport are the same people that hate the gatekeepers of the stock world.
Oh,
explain.
Does that make sense?
Explain. Oh, you're talking about
because the stock world, the whites and the rich don't want anybody else to play. They want to take your money and make you think you have a chance, but they're no different, and you hate them. So change that shit.
Yeah, at least there's cool rich people.
not counting crypto people. Those are different
share
people.
The knowledge.
Cryptos are weirdos. No disrespect to anyone who I work with. That's rich off.
No, weird's cool now. Weird wasn't cool when we were.
I respect them.
Weird's cool.
Yeah, no, it used to be not cool.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. That's not the right app. Who did we have this week? We got Eric Adina. Shout out to Polar.
Yep.
Last week, great set. And I forgot who we had after that. Or before that.
What did he say online? He said, y'all come to Bahamas. I forgot what he said. But shout out to him. Yeah, he had a dope set.
And we had Omar and Night Train, a couple LA cats. Surely you've heard of them. Shout out to them. And next week, Eric Adina, happy birthday, Eric. He just had a birthday pass. He's doing an all Tupac set because Tupac's birthday is the day after his set airs. So shout out to him and shout out to Phenom and Globalization for allowing us to do that on that platform. You know, it's funny in that the drop for Eric, I said, you're not going to find a better Tupac set anywhere else on SiriusXM. And then days later, I see they have a Tupac channel. For the next 2 weeks. I was like, well, good luck, Eric. It's subjective, right? I don't have to listen to anybody else's shit. And because we're doing a bi-weekly recording now, Matsu will be after Eric, the young Matsu Slow Roast. Shout out. So man, we are out of here.
Peace.